Hey, I just want to make this short video quickly. So I showed you my whole process, how you import $mono into Cascadeur and to work it from there and in Unreal. And there was a timing issue with the capture. So you had to do some math to work out exactly how to use the animation accurately. So I did put today aside to just figure out exactly how to fix that. And the issue was me. I was the issue, and it's my lack of knowledge of Blender. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to work out this timing issue. It's important to note that with $mono, it captures at 30 frames per second. So you can import a video 30 frames per second or 60 frames, whichever you like, but it captures 30 frames per second. So I like to do my videos in DaVinci at 30 frames per second. I then import into Blender, like I showed, the BVH file, and then export to FBX, which I put into Cascadeur. I did notice that the frames in the video does not match my Cascadeur frames. So it means that the animation is playing slower in Cascadeur than it is in the video itself. So that's where I saw the timing issue coming from. But it turns out that I was the issue. That I was the issue, and Blender actually has a setting to put your animation into 30 frames per second. So my default is at 24 frames per second in Blender. So that's why it never matched up. So this is where you need to change it to 30 frames per second. And when you export it, it will export the whole animation from Blender in 30 frames per second in an FBX file. You then import that into Cascadeur. Then you follow the same process that I showed you in my previous video. I'll just link in the description as well. You do exactly the same. So I did provide a project file which you can use to base your animations off. I'll just link it down below again.
Better job of auditioning if I knew exactly what it was you were after. You know? Because I can do anything. Well, I mean, not anything, but pretty close. Like, if you wanted me to be all flirty and funny, I can do that. Particular. Just for practice. I practice crying, just in case it comes in handy sometimes. You never know when you might need to cry.